Alrighty guys, welcome back to another LEGO set review from BrickByBrick, and today we have set number 76102. This is Thor's Weapon Quest. This is one of the sets that was released based on Infinity War, obviously. This was the $20 set, so one of the cheaper options, if you wanted a set based on the movie. I did get this for $7 from Walmart. It contains 3 minifigures of Thor, Rocket, and Groot. And this is based kind of on their subplot. Really no conflict directly in this set. But, it's their role, their whole story in Infinity War was the highlight of the movie for me. So, after seeing the movie, this was the set that I wanted to get most. And now I've got it. So let's see if it lives up to my expectations. The main build of the set is their the Guardians pod, which it is what it is. It's a design that a lot of people don't like. I actually kind of think it's cool personally, but I mean, to each their own, I guess. So if you don't like the look, maybe don't go out and buy this set, because this is kind of the biggest part, but it does, does get built up pretty well. You've got a lot of sand blue, which is just a good color to see here. The actual sides feature a little bit of gray, dark gray, and light gray, and it kind of intersects through the sides, and they use stickers to blend that together, even with the orange as well. I think that comes together pretty nicely. Looks good to me. Down here, this is how you connect it to the Guardians ship from the set with Thanos, the Thanos, whatever it's called. I don't have that set, so I can't show you how it connects, but be aware it is kind of cool once attached to the other set. So if you have the other one, there's just bonus points for getting this. Another reason to do so. And, just all around, the appearance is good. I like that we get both of the canopy pieces. This one, I believe, faces inwards towards the interior of the Guardian's ship. So I believe figures would be able to see through there. So, that's a thing. And this is kind of like the part you'd see when when Thor and Rocket and Groot are getting into the pod from the ship during that scene in Infinity War. And, a couple more stickers up on the top, and some stud shooters. I like the use of those flat silver ingot pieces. That's cool. Good part usage. And if we open this up, it also, this section here does, have a good radius, fits around, or this fits around it. You have the 2 control things, and to get even further access to the interior, you can pull this top section, looks like that, off, and you can even lift that up. So really good access to the interior. And one of the things that's most impressive to me is how you can fit all the figures in there. Rocket can sit right here, or stand right there in front, and you'd have the suggestions of control sticks, just with those 1x1 round tiles with the bar attachment sticking out. And then, you do have to remove most of their weapons. You could probably squeeze some in there somehow, but, it's easiest when they're not attached. And then you've got Thor. I don't think maybe he can stand if you wanted him to. If we put this in, does that work? Nah. So you do have to sit Thor down, but, they've accommodated for that. You can sit him down pretty easily. You can't really see past Rocket, which is a little bit of a shame. I would have liked to be able to see all of them, maybe if they could have offset them to the sides. But then, in addition, you can sit Groot down, right here. He's not attached with studs, his feet slide onto that piece that they use a lot in Friends. And he just fits like that, and you close this down, you close up the front, and you go like that. And voila. All of the characters in the set fit inside with this one small vehicle. And it's a very, very impressive use of space. A lot of vehicles that we get in LEGO can only seat one figure no matter what the size. Like, I believe I think the big Guardians ship set only has seats for 2 figures. I think it could fit one in the cargo bay. And I think the first Milano, I think that could only fit 1 figure for a set that large. So having the ability to fit all 3 figures, really, really solid. And, I like that. You get some good playability out of it that way. You can fly all your figures around. And, I mean, really not much to dislike about this set, in my opinion. Or about this build, in my opinion. A lot of people don't like the way it looks, and I guess I can accept that criticism, but, to me, it's a really good-looking thing, really well-finished, and, obviously the one bad angle is right here, but that's specifically for a feature that, you can connect it to the other one, and if you aren't going to get the other set, and you don't want to have that there, look, it's just attached with those 8 studs. You can just remove it completely. And then, at that point, you might want to get another one of these, or just a plate and put it there, just so it doesn't lean backwards. But at that point, I think that this is a really good-looking build from all angles, and I'm very happy with it. And this side build here is kind of supposed to represent the forge on Novella Deer. And, that's where they forge Stormbreaker, obviously. You can spin this around. If you pull the parts apart just a little bit, you can get it to spin really nicely with little friction. And this uses one of those pieces from the Power Blast set, which this is the first time I've gotten it. These also are from that set. And, it looks good, creates kind of a little electricity feel, which is what it's going for. You do have stickers here, and once you, power that up, it'll open up, and you can get Stormbreaker. And the build for Stormbreaker is pretty cool. I like it. Looks good. I like how they have that stick piece there to kind of represent that it is Groot's arm. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. And this uses one of those big window pieces, so that's kind of cool. And in addition, you have hidden back here, for no real reason other than the fact that they want you to collect all the Infinity Stones. You have the Power Stone, which, you do get 3 extras because they come on a sprue of 4. And, it's just attached like that. And it is designed to fit into the Infinity Gauntlet part, which comes in the Guardians ship set. So, if you do get this set and the Guardians ship set, not only can you connect the 2 ships, but you can connect the Infinity Stone to the Gauntlet. I'll show you the figure up closer in just a second, but before we take a look at the detailing for his printing, I want to look at his weapons, because he does come with a lot of accessories. Not only does he come with Stormbreaker, he comes with these 2, they're kind of the Spider-Man web pieces. That's what they're originally introduced for. But they basically allow a figure to hold something bar-sized at a 90-degree angle. And he attaches a blue stud to each of those, and then you can swap out the power blast elements. They suggest, this is the first suggestion on their list. Also, you might want to change his face around so he's all electric powered. But they suggest these on the actual instructions. This is the first one that they suggest to you. They also have this smaller splat shield piece, which they suggest, and then you have 2 of these. They just have a smaller overall size. There's a second one, so you could do both of those at the same time. And in addition to that, you could remove that completely from his hand and use these kind of like almost fire-looking charge-up pieces. And, all of those, look pretty good, I think. And do a decent job of representing his power. It's cool. I like it. And I like that they do give you that face to go along with them. Accessories aside, Thor's not super duper special. His torso print is brand new, and it looks, fine. I would have loved to see a version of Stormbreaker Thor when he gets like a new cape and, the new little armor. I think that would have been a little bit cooler to see here, but obviously this set is all about making Stormbreaker, so it makes sense to get the figure that you see throughout the majority of the movie. Surprisingly enough, that face was not inaccurate. Everyone thought that they just didn't include a brand new face with the eye patch Thor because, they wanted to save money and they didn't want to spoil Ragnarok or whatever. But spoiler alert, he does get his eye back. Rocket gives him an eye, so this is actually a very appropriate face to use here. So I was happy with that decision, and there's a little bit of back printing for him, as well as this really cool alternate expression that shows him all charged up. And that's what that looks like with the hair attached. The majority of people will probably be most excited about this Groot figure. It does get a new head mold, and this is the first time we've gotten Groot depicted in minifigure form. We did also get the baby Groot, and which was a baby figure, as well as the what's it called? The big brick built Groot. There's also this Rocket, which is the same Rocket that we got in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 sets. He was also in a $20 set the first time around, so this isn't a cheaper way to get him, but it is probably cheaper than buying that one on the aftermarket. So, and at clearance prices, this was definitely cheaper for me. It's cool. Groot comes with a little vine piece, tendril extension, so that he can attack people by extending his arm. That's clever, and I like that. Rocket's gun is pretty basic, and I think probably lamer than his Guardians Volume 2 gun, but it's not bad, and it works. I like the torso printing for Groot a lot. There's a lot of little vine detail. It's subtle, with the brown on brown. It's good looking, and I like it a lot. His facial expression is good. They do also print an angry one for the keychain. So unfortunately, you don't get, the ability to give him an angry expression without making it a keychain, but it is cool to get a calmer one here, because I suppose calm Groot is more useful. Again, a little bit of brown on brown detailing you can't really see straight on, but it gives it a really good look up close. And Rocket's head, obviously, unlike the Guardians Volume 1 Rocket, which I do own, from the Nowhere Escape Mission set, this one does feature a smile printed underneath his snout, and I think that gives it a better look, much better than the molded one that you could barely see from a distance. And if we remove that, you can see his torso, good detailing on there, as well as the back of the torso, which has some good detailing as well. Again, this is a straight-up copy of the Guardians Volume 2 Rocket, but I don't mind that, and again, it's cool to keep that smile expression going. Overall, I really, really, really like this set. The figure selection is really great, and nothing I would have done to change that. Obviously the only other thing would have been including a second head for Groot so you could give him a different expression, but that's not super reasonable. Thor, I guess also, as I said, they could have done the Stormbreaker version with the cape, but no, I think both of them needed to be made at some point, so, I'm okay with including this one here. They maybe could have done the other one in the Bricktober set, possibly. But the only other complaint I have, this build, I don't really care about, but it's some good play value, and I like the fact that they're actually, suggesting the story of the movie, kind of, without really spoiling it. They're like the only thing that really spoils is that he gets a new hammer, but we already knew that from other toy leaks and stuff, so that wasn't the biggest deal to me, and it didn't really reveal how they created it, because they didn't include an Eitri figure, which would have been cool, yes, but I was much happier being surprised at the inclusion of Eitri in the movie than, I would have been if it was spoiled here. So I'm glad that they kept that under wraps. The pod is cool, and I like the way it looks a lot. I think it's really well finished, and overall, a great build. Maybe a little bit small for a $20 set, but, you do also get this and the 3 figures. I think, especially for a Marvel $20 set, this is pretty good, and, I think one of the better ones at that price point. Again, I haven't gotten the Quantum Realm Explorers, which I may get at some point too, because that does look like a really good $20 set as well. So I don't know, maybe it would be interesting to see how the size compares between those two vehicles, this and the Quantum Realm Explorer. Maybe that would give me a little bit of a better idea. Maybe if that one's way bigger, then this one's not the best value. But, overall, I'm very happy with this, especially for my $7 pickup. And I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, let me know what you think in the comment section below of this set and of Infinity War. You know, I really like Infinity War, if you couldn't tell. Especially the Thor, Groot, and Rocket stuff. So I guess also let me know what your favorite part of the movie was. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys all next time. Bye, everyone.